Hi. This is insurance in case this turns into a train wreck, which I was afraid it might. I mean, it won't be as bad as that night I got up here and completely forgot everything I had prepared. But there's a possibility because of the amount of preparation I put into this. So, I have a backup. And people have asked me, do you get stage fright when you're on stage? And weirdly enough, no. I mean, I'm looking out into the blackness, and you're looking down into the whiteness. I am tremendously pale. I understand this. I did try to go tanning once upon a time, but I had to go so slow because I go from snow white to lobster red to cremated like that. So I went tanning for months, and then I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, my God, it made no difference whatsoever. And then a couple weeks later, I went in for a doctor's appointment, and the doctor said, hey, by the way, you are aware that that medication you're on puts you at an increased risk for skin cancer, right? No, Buana, I was not aware of that. Thanks for adding to my paranoia for the next couple of weeks as I stare at every mole and freckle on my body. So tanning is not one of my New Year's resolutions this year. In fact, I don't have any New Year's resolution because the idea of a New Year's resolution is to make your life better than it was the year before. Really, as long as I don't repeatedly hit myself in the groin with a sledgehammer, I'm good. And besides, after the last year in my age, Chuck, I'm thinking that it's possible that I could be having a midlife crisis.
How can you have a midlife crisis at 21?
But the thing is, I have no way of knowing if it's a midlife crisis because I don't know when my midlife is. And I won't know until I die. And at that point, I won't be able to do the math. Unless the Grim Reaper has a calculator. And I feel kind of awkward asking if I could borrow it. But then again, maybe he's tired of people just asking about the scythe and the robe and the skeleton there, so maybe he enjoyed a conversation about math. But then again, maybe the idea of having conversations like that with me is the reason why he hasn't knocked on my door yet. Oh, God, I don't want to deal with him. Just let him live for a little bit longer and hopefully he'll outgrow this stuff. And if I am having a midlife crisis, what am I supposed to do? Get a sports car? Why? To look cool? This does not look cool. This never has looked cool, does not look cool, never will look cool. What else am I supposed to do for the midlife crisis? Date a girl who's much younger than I am? Well, that's a given. But not for the reason that you think. It's for the maturity, because I know all the goofy crap that I think of, and a mature, grown woman is not going to want to deal with that. These are some of the things that I have thought recently. I'm not saying I'm lonely, but I am saying that sometimes when I leave work, I turn on Google Maps just so someone will say, "Welcome home," when I get to my house. When I was a kid, I was terrified of quicksand. I'll give a moment, let that joke sink in. When I thought of that, I was both proud and ashamed at the same time. It was beautiful. These are the kinds of things I think. I wonder if one day we will ever be able to truly comprehend the immense size of this universe that we live in. You know, nothing says you can't put candy sprinkles on barbecue chicken. This one is for the ladies. The way to a man's heart is through an incision right about here. Going through the stomach? My God. What kind of medical school did you go to? you give a man a fish, he will eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you've discovered a lucrative side job for yourself. Build up your clientele, have some low-priced supplies there, you can end up making a pretty good living. I don't think that's the way the saying goes, but it's still true. I heard someone in the store say, like, wow, there's a ton of people here. So what, like 10, 12? A ton is 2,000 pounds. It does not take a lot of people to hit that target rate, especially in this country. Have you looked around? It's easy. Too easy. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why are we still asking this question? Don't we have better? And besides, I don't care about chickens. I'm more concerned about deer because I don't know about you, but I bet I could hit a chicken with my car and it wouldn't cave in the front end and cause like my insurance premiums to double. But there I am, tooling down the road in my 72 El Camino. I don't own a 72 El Camino. I don't know why I said that. But there I am, tooling down the road in my 72 El Camino, and here comes Bambi's cousin out of the woods. I bet you thought I was going to say Bambi. No, I'm not going to be that predictable. But here comes Bambi's cousin, and all of a sudden, wham! And next thing you know, I got to call animal control and have them come pick up 700 pounds of Venice off the side of the road. I don't know why I said 700 pounds. That's a big deer. That's an abnormally large deer. That's almost like moose level, isn't it?
Elk.
Yeah. Did I hit an endangered species? And it makes me feel bad for hunters because they spend all these thousands of dollars on their rifles and their equipment and, camouflage. And I'm tooling down the road, listening to Journey on full blast, and I hit the mother load. I feel bad for kids today because, like them, I too was homeschooled. But my parents wanted me to have a school experience, so they still made me ride the bus. Dad was a school bully. He would always beat me up and steal my lunch money. Teachers were difficult, and going to the principal never helped. No way, Mrs. Allen. Mrs. Allen is lying. It did not happen like that. It did not go over well. Sparks were flying in my bedroom last night. I have flannel sheets. Rolled over, nearly electrocuted myself. It was great. I felt sad for Nick earlier because actually I firmly believe that there should be a department in the hospital that has veto power whenever it comes time for parents to name their kids. Some people just can't handle it. My name is Jason, Jason. Simple. You know that there are people out there that would spell their name Jason, Jaysohnn. Why? We want our kid to be unique. No. All you're doing when you do that is you're just adding hours to that kid's life. They have to explain to strangers how to spell their name. Hours that they could spend developing a skill or, I don't know, gaining a personality. And the last one is, the other night, I was in line at the drive-thru, and I saw a sign in a car that said, I brake for animals. It's what you're supposed to do! What kind of psychopath feels the need to put a sticker on their car that says, hey, I don't purposely hit animals with my vehicle? I was surprised there wasn't a sign on the other side that said, I also stop at red lights. People, you're not supposed to get points for just being a decent human being. So that's all the lunacy I got for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah.